Good Monday morning. I got a question from Chris in Philadelphia who asked, how do I make change stick without going through a hard-hitting mistake or have a rock bottom experience? I was impressed by that question because that's someone that wants to do better and wants to be better and is actually trying. And it can be frustrating when you know there's things you want to do and you can do them for a little while, but then you fall back into your old habits. I want you guys to put in the comments what suggestions you would have for Chris on how he can make change stick. I sent Chris back 4 suggestions that I have found that have helped me in my life. The first suggestion is to make your goals visible. When I was going through my weight loss journey, I slowly gained weight over 20 years or so slowly that I didn't realize how overweight I was until I was 25, 30 pounds overweight. I wanted to change it, but that's not easy. I put it on a graph. I put, here's my weight, here's my ideal weight, here's my planned weight loss schedule over a 2-3 month period. I want to be down this much so often. And then I started taking action to get there. And I put it on the wall. And then every week I would update my progress and it would show. And sometimes I was on track, sometimes I wasn't. But if you make it visible, it stays in the front of your mind. So that's the first suggestion. Whatever your change that you're trying to implement is, see what you can do to make it visible. Here's the second suggestion. Get someone to help hold you accountable. I've had this practice for years now. When I first heard about it, I called a friend, said, let's have a weekly call. You tell me what you're going to work on. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to work on. And then the next week we'll reply on how well we did and set our targets for the coming week. And then have a weekly tag up or maybe even a daily text. That's what I'm doing now. Actually, both of those with my current accountability partner. We text back and forth every morning. Here's what I'm going to work on. Every evening, here's what I got done. And then we have a weekly call on Friday mornings. Get someone to help hold you accountable. That will help you make that change. The third suggestion I'd have for you is to not be too hard on yourself. Now that may seem counterproductive, but a lot of our progress is gradual. You may not notice the progress you're having, but it doesn't mean you're not progressing. So don't give up on yourself if you don't see immediate progress. The fourth thought I'd have for you, Chris, is this, that progress or change is an iterative process. So 2 steps forward and 1 step back is still a net 1 step forward. So again, don't be too hard on yourself if you don't see all the change you want at the pace you want. But don't give up and keep working on it. Those were the 4 thoughts that came to my mind. Put in your comments what suggestions you would have for Chris. How to make change stick without having to go through a rock bottom experience. One other thought, there's a book called Atomic Habits. If you get that book and read it, that helps you set up systems that will increase your ability. If it's a behavior you're trying to implement to accomplish the change, then that's got a lot of good strategies in that one as well. There's some food for thought for you, Chris, on how to make change stick without having to go through a rock bottom experience. I hope that helps. Always remember, you can still succeed even if your dad may not be in your daily life. And you do have a dad that loves you. And I'll see you on the next video.